Reaching the top of Mt Everest is, of course, widely considered the pinnacle for climbers around the globe. But the journey to the world's tallest peak is about to get a lot more expensive for climbers. Nepal is raising the permit fees for climbing the mountain. Starting in September, the new price will be $15,000. That's up from $11,000, a 36% increase. It's the first price hike at Everest in nearly a decade. Income from those permit fees and other spending by foreign climbers is a key source of revenue and employment for the cash-strapped nation of Nepal.
Weird white people. That's who climbs Mount Everest.
Nip it in the bud.
Nobody else does. That is such a weird thing. Like, you guys get it, right? Like, come on, let's be real. Poor people don't climb Everest. Except for Sherpas. And they live there.
Well, those Sherpas get paid pretty well.
They do. I mean, if you're a Sherpa, you're deep. You're like, oh, check that
If you can get to the summit and back down in one piece, there's a hefty check waiting for you.
There is. Now, if you'd like to go, we're going to break it down for you. And I always want to remind everybody this. The bodies that are up there, because they don't bring you down for burying. If you die up there, you stay up there. Those people were very motivated. Just want to point that out. They probably had one of those pictures in their office that said, about motivation. It's probably that. So if you want to go there, first and foremost, you just heard it's going up in price. So let's get there first. You're going to be there for 6 to 8 weeks before you even think about summiting. Okay? Now you need to know, how do I want to do it? Well, there's two ways to do it. They've got essentially kind of like a standard guide. That's like, think of it as in if you order an Uber, right, but you're sharing it, like that's kind of the standard guide. You're going to have a couple Sherpas, and they're going to get you up there. You hope, but you're going to be with several people. So that's one way. That's going to cost you about $50K. Or go luxury. It's going to cost you $100 to $170K. And this doesn't even count all the stuff. Now, when you get there, again, 6 to 8 weeks before you even start, you'll go up one. You'll stay up there for a day or two. One of the camps, you come back down, acclimatize yourself. Then you're going to go up to number 2. You're going to stay up there for several days, come back down to base. Then you're going to go up to the 3rd camp. You're going to stay there for a couple days, come back down. Then you go back up there to the 4th camp and you get ready to go for it. And depending on the weather, time of the year, all this kind of stuff, it is potential to get ugly when you come down. Because that's the fear. When you talk to climbers, it's the coming down part they get scared of. And weather up there can change in an instant. So if you're thinking about it, it's going to run you... if you want the good guides, that's $100 to $150 grand. They're going to get you helicopters, tents, the whole 9 yards. It's going to be awesome. I mean, if you're going to die, you're going to do it in style.
You'll be well preserved up there.
Well preserved. There was one guy from Sweden who rode his bike. He left in October of 95, got to base camp in April of 96. He was there just a couple weeks, no oxygen, no Sherpa, marched all the way up there.